Hello everyone, welcome back. So we'll be starting with the session now. So we have our guest today, Mr. Kunal Sharma sir, who is a cybersecurity professional at CERT-In with an over 12 years of experience across various industries in the fields of cybersecurity and web development. He's passionate about automation, researching new vulnerabilities, and understanding the attack TTPS, which is tactics, techniques, and procedures. Kunal sir is also dedicated to raising awareness about cybersecurity, aiming to safeguard Indian digital space through education and proactive measures. Welcome, Mr. Kunal Sharma sir. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir. Please start the session.
Hello. Are you able to hear my voice? Am I
Yes,
audible?
you are audible,
Yeah.
sir. You're clearly audible. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me in Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2025. So I'll be straight away starting with the presentation. Kindly let me share my screen. So please confirm if you can see my screen. Hello. Hello. Okay. So I think the screen is visible and I'm audible. So good morning, everyone. I am Kunal Sharma. I am working as scientist D in CERT-In. So let me start with when we hear about cybersecurity, what comes into our mind? Actually, what I have seen is all the people think about jargons like firewall, antivirus, encryption. All these big buzzwords comes to our mind. But actually, what I have felt is cybersecurity starts with humans, with us, and the devices we use in daily life, like mobile, laptops, desktops. So the presentation and the topic of the day today, that is keeping devices safe and clean, is I think very relatable to all the masses that are present in this session. And the aim of my presentation would be that you not only learn about the risks that are currently upon us in the cyber world, but also some basic, simple, and effective measures that, if taken, can avert a large scale or a big massacre or a cyber attack that can happen to us individually as well as to our organizations. So the main theme of this PPT will be with each event or each attack, we will learn what was wrong and how we can mitigate that. So first, we'll look at what are the digital trends and the world we are living in today. Because digitization has increased a lot, it has brought in convenience, but with convenience, our reliance on various devices have also increased. Like the mobile phones, the laptops, and the desktops we are using today are in huge number as compared to the last decade. So all these endpoints actually are the windows and the doors for the attackers to enter into our cyberspace and attack us. So as a matter of fact, I have shown some stats here. Like in the worldwide, IoT devices are almost 2,700 crores. Mobile connections are almost 860 plus crores. PCs and laptops and computers are almost 173 crores plus. So all these have brought convenience to us, but also they are providing avenues of attack for the cyber attackers. They have so many windows now, and they just need one window to enter into our cyberspace. So I have seen in the right side, you can see that there is a famous quote that we hear in our cybersecurity world, that there are only two types of companies: those who have been hacked and those who will be. The aim of showing this quote is that no company or organization or a individual is too secure or too small that it can't be attacked. So it's just a matter of fact that you are not in the radar of the attacker, that you are not being attacked. So in the left side, you can see that the building is almost damaged. That is, I have tried to show that it is hacked. and the second one is up and running, but it is under surveillance and may be attacked in the future. So this is actually the world we are living in. And after this, we can come to the how India is being seen in the global scenario. Like here is a small screenshot wherein we can see that India is among the top 3 countries that are being attacked currently, because the digitization has increased a lot in India. So they are at radar of many cyber attackers throughout the world. In CERT-In alone, we have seen that in 2024, almost 1.5 crores of cyber incidents were handled by CERT-In. All these incidents included phishing links, ransomware, UPI frauds, and many other kind of attacks that were handled in CERT-In. So as a global trend also, we have seen that these UPI frauds, KYC scams, fake app scams, ransomwares, all these have increased a lot. So all these stats, the major objective of showing all these stats is not to scare, but see that as digitization has increased, so should our digital hygiene also should be increased. So we should be aware of these things and act accordingly. Uh, so we have seen what is the global trend, what is the India's stand in the world position. Now we should head towards what are the actual impacts by these cyber attacks. So after seeing all the attacks, what I have observed is there are major 4 types of impacts that that we face. The first one is the financial loss. The second one is the data breach. Third is the privacy invasion. And fourth is the reputational damage. So let me share you a simple story that we have seen a lot in many of the incidents. Like an employee unknowingly click on some phishing links. After clicking, within minutes, all the files of that organization is encrypted, and ransomware lock is added on those files. Within minutes, tons of sensitive records are lost. They receive a ransomware call that so much financial bounty is asked from them. And when this news comes to the papers and televisions, the company's reputation is also damaged. So this is not just a single incident. It happens every day that we see in newspapers. Like I have highlighted some 2 or 3 cases, wherein first case is this Cosmos Bank heist, where 94 crores were lost with the ATMs being infected, and 94 crores were siphoned off. We have also seen AIMS ransomware attack, wherein the AIMS operations were down for almost 20 days, and patients' data was also breached. Hello, am I audible? Uh, yes. Okay. 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 So this AIMS ransomware attack was there. Then there are SBI phishing scams. We see that people try to make a phishing link of these SBI pages and apps, and then they trick the customers of their credentials. So all these are the major impact areas which these cyber attacks do. So I have divided my presentation into these 6 areas so that we can look at each area and then uh, see what are the red flags and the mitigation measures we can take in these areas. So the first one is wired security. Basically, it relates to the LANs and the LANs we use in our offices. The wireless security, like we use Bluetooth hotspots, all these comes under wireless security, Wi-Fi's. Then there is mobile security. We use mobiles a lot, and there are a lot of things we need to know about this mobile. Then there are cloud securities, we have our Gmails and at Google Drive. So how should we keep them safe? We'll look at that. Then there are social engineering attacks. We see a lot of them nowadays. So we'll go through them, and then the best practices and response for each of these attacks. So now we come to wired security. Uh, with wired security, when we listen to this wired security, what comes to our mind is it is very safe and secure. We have LANs and Ethernets and cables. So these are very safe. Yes, indeed, they are safe. They are fast. They are reliable, and that's why we are using them in our offices. But actually, these wires, uh, these LANs also connects to the external devices, storages, pen drives. So all these bridge the networks, but they also bring the vulnerability of being attacked by some attacker who can come into our physical landscape and then use various types of payloads and attacks to enter into our systems. So the myth I am trying to break here is wired doesn't mean safe. Actually, there are various cases we have seen that wired security is being breached. Some of the cases I have highlighted here are like eavesdropping. A person, if physically connected into your network, can easily bypass uh, your all the defenses that you have created, like firewalls, IPS, IDS, all these perimeter security devices will be of no use if a person has physically connected to your network. You We have seen that USB is such a small thing, and a single USB can cripple the whole network if it is malicious. If it has some malicious content and it is placed in your network, it will infect, and then by propagating, it can destroy the whole network. So the lessons I want you to learn from this slide is that wired definitely means faster, but we should not think that it is safe. We should monitor it as aggressive as we are monitoring wireless traffic. So we have to monitor the physical access and treat every cable or port as a possible risk, and then mitigate it, as I'll show you in the next slides. So now in this slide, we'll go through some of the common threats that we have seen in the wired security level. So the first and the simplest one is the USB-borne malware, where infected USB is injected into our systems, and then it adds the payloads into our system, infects it, and then through infects it, and then there is a propagation to other devices as well. The second one is the ransomware spread via LANs. So when an infected USB or through phishing links, a device is infected, that that malware often observes that is there any map drive or is there any shared drive. If it is there, then it will propagate, and it will propagate to the entire network and get your network disrupted. Then there are some unauthorized access via infected compromised devices, like there are laptops and desktops. If connected directly into your LAN, all your perimeter security will be taking a toll, because they'll not be coming in the picture, and this unauthorized access or infected compromised device will bypass all the security rules we have created. Then there are network sniffing devices, wherein router tapping is done and all the network traffic is being tapped by the attacker. So that also happens at the router level. So we need to monitor that. Then there are physical drop attacks, like there are Raspberry Pi nodes that are being added into our network, and then they act as operating system, and then they corrupt our network. Then there are unsecured network switches. We have seen that we have a lot of switches and firewalls in our organizations, and a lot of ports are not used. So if we are not using them, then we should close it in the software level, because if they are let open, then any attacker or any disgruntled employee can come and switches device into that unused port, and then get our network infected. So these were some of the attacks that we have seen in wired security. Now, what is the basic modus operandi, or how the attacker works? So I have shown a very simple diagram wherein there is an entry stage, then the propagation stage, and then the data is gone to the attacker. So how it happens? I have shown through a simple example of a malicious pen drive. The user or some attacker plugs in into our network in single device. It infects that device. Then it searches for any shared drive, map drives, or some devices that are on the same LAN. Then it propagates to those devices. After propagating, it infects all those devices. After all these devices are infected, then there is a backdoor connected in each of these devices. This backdoor connects to the CNC server, and then all the data is gone to that CNC server. So now we know that how attack happens. So we should also know how we can mitigate it. So this is a complete chain. If we break this chain or breaks even a single uh, point, then that attack cannot complete. So at the start, when we were talking about that pen drives is adding those malicious content into our devices. So we should block unknown USB drives. We should there is a feature in USB drives of auto run, wherein uh, any payload, if the USB drive is added into the system, it automatically runs without even user clicking on it. So we should disable those auto runs. uh, During propagation phase, what we should aim for is network segmentation. All the user level, server level, device level, all these should be at different network layers, so that it is not easy for the malware to propagate into your network. And the third one is, we should monitor that if there is a heavy load of data that is going to an external device or external IP, we should monitor it and close it. So these are some of the measures we can take for this type of attack. So this is a case study. Payload is basically, you can say, it is a malicious exe or malicious file that is added into the device. So now I have shown some case study of that Cosmos Bank I was talking about, the 90 in which 94 crores was siphoned off. What actually happened is there was a malware infection, either through phishing or a person clicking on a phishing link, or some USB drive. The core network of the bank was infected. After getting infected, what they have done is, there is a communication channel between the ATM switch and the core banking network. The ATM switch, that is the Swift, there is a authorization connection, that this we have done this transaction, is this transaction correct? So this authorization message goes from the ATM to the core network. So what the attacker have done is, they have intercepted these messages, and all the fraudulent transactions they have okayed, that yes, these transactions are all valid and genuine transactions, so you okay it. So after doing that, all these transactions that were done from ATMs across, it was done from across 12,000 ATMs and across 28 countries. So all these through these transactions, within a span of almost two and a half hours, they have siphoned off almost 93 crores. So what actually was the initial start was a user simply unknowingly clicking on a phishing link, or a USB drive was added into the network of the bank. So a simple awareness, if that user have, it could have averted all this attack. So when we say that wired connections are very safe, So this example is breaking that myth. The internal wired networks are not safe by default. Threats can move laterally. So banks and organizations must monitor, segment, and harden the core systems. So these are the preventive measures I have listed down. So first is the disable auto run for USB drives. I have already explained this, that if this auto run is disabled, then you have control on the files that will be executed. It will not automatically auto run from the moment you switch your USB drive to your device. The second is keep antivirus EDR updated, because these antivirus companies add the signature of the latest malwares into your antivirus, and those work as an antidote. If you don't update these antivirus and EDRs, then all your system will have the old versions of that antivirus, and it will not be able to mitigate the latest malwares that are coming. Then there are network segmentations. So you should segment your network, like guest network should be different, the server network should be different, user LANs should be different, so that it is not easy for the malware to propagate to whole network. Then there should be user awareness training. User awareness is the most important of all these, because humans are basically the weakest links. If humans know that what are the good practices, then the attack itself will not start. And then there is use restricted 1 minute. Then there are physical ports security. So don't keep the ports open if they are not being used. Then there are endpoint control and monitoring. We should monitor our endpoints, like I have shown in that example, that we should monitor that what if there is a chunk of data that is going to external IP. So we should have a proper monitoring system to monitor that. Then there are regular patch managements. So we are using operating systems, networks, hardwares. So we should patch them as and when available. So in laptops, as a user, I think we should automatically enable the patches, so that whenever the Microsoft releases a patch, it gets automatically installed into our systems. So now we have completed wired security. Let's move on to wireless security. So this wireless security, actually we are using in and day out. Uh, uh, with wireless, actually a lot of convenience has come to us. We are using these Wi-Fi's, Bluetooths and hotspots. These are used to connect for entertainment purpose and for using in our daily day-to-day life. So all these Wi-Fi's have their own vulnerabilities. Like in the Wi-Fi home, public and office networks, anyone can eavesdrop, or anyone can hijack your sessions and then see what you are doing, and take your credentials. In the Bluetooth also, there are various vulnerabilities that we'll talk about in the later slides. So we will learn how to keep it secure. And there are hotspots. So we have seen that we create a hotspot in our mobile, and then we give it to other people to use it. So the basically the mobile becomes the wireless router. And but the problem is, in this hotspot thing, there is no encryption at all. So anyone nearby can tap our network traffic and see what is happening actually. So I have listed some of the common attacks that we have seen in wireless security. The first and the most common one is this evil twin. So in this evil twin, uh, the what attacker does is, if you have been to some coffee shops or some airports where free Wi-Fi is being made available. So what the attacker do is, they see what is the name of that Wi-Fi. Like in this example, the genuine Wi-Fi is coffee shop underscore Wi-Fi. So he adds his own Wi-Fi and he names it coffee shop underscore Wi-Fi underscore free. So the moment you see what's Wi-Fi are coming, and you log into this coffee shop underscore Wi-Fi and underscore free, So you log into his Wi-Fi, and then whatever things you are doing, he is constantly watching it. So if you are you have been to some SBI banking app and you are doing some transactions, he can very well see that. He can see the username, password. He can even take you to some phishing link, and then you'll move to some malicious website, and then that malicious file will be downloaded to your system. So what we have learned from this type of attack is, what at least what I'm suggesting is, don't use these free Wi-Fi's that are available, because nowadays the mobile Wi-Fi mobile connections are very cheap, so you can use your own. Or if you really want to use it, kindly do not have those banking transactions and those critical stuffs being done on those Wi-Fi's. So these are some few points that if we keep in our mind, we'll be safe. So and also ask the coffee shops or the where the airport that is it a genuine Wi-Fi, and only then connect. Don't connect to any random Wi-Fi's that are being made available. The next one is attack type is based on the Bluetooth. There are various vulnerability. I have seen is the majority of the devices Bluetooth is on and forever on. So what attackers do is they use the vulnerabilities of these file sharing vulnerabilities and airdrop vulnerabilities, wherein they exploit that vulnerability and they can very well transfer the files from your device to their devices. Even in Blueborn vulnerability, we have seen that the attacker need not pair to your Bluetooth as well. He just needs to be present in nearby, and from nearby only he'll take the files from your device to his laptops. So what are the defensive measures we can take to avoid this vulnerability? First, if you are not requiring the Bluetooth, kindly turn it off. And there is option of airdrop in Apple phones. There is an option of uh, making the Bluetooth visible only to the hidden or to the contacts only. Always keep your device fully updated, and sometimes you get a pair request, and so never accept those unknown pairing file requests from some random guys. And you can also monitor from your Bluetooth what all files are being transferred from your Bluetooth to the other devices. So these are some of the defensive measures. If we take, we'll be safe. Next is the sniffing attack. In the sniffing attack, what the attacker do is it simply observes our network, and how it does is, like in our home Wi-Fi's, you have seen that there are three kinds of security that are available. One is WEP, that is very old one. It is like wired equivalent protection. So that WEP protection is very weak, and any attacker can easily crack it and enter into our systems. So it is preferable to either switch to WPA3 or at least WPA2, because it has encryption, so anyone cannot see your traffic that is being used in your Wi-Fi. So what are the defensive measures? Always prefer WPA3 and WPA2. Use only sites that are having that HTTPS. Don't use HTTP because it is not encrypted and anyone can see your data in a plain text. And if you are using Wi-Fi, I would suggest you use VPN, because VPN makes your traffic encrypted, and then no one can see what you are actually doing in your transactions. And this is also, I've told that never access sensitive accounts on Wi-Fi, and regularly update on home routers firmware. What I have seen is, in the home we have routers, we barely see what is we are using default passwords, or uh, are there any patches available for those Wi-Fi's. So it is because we are doing most of the critical transactions from our home, so it is our duty to check our routers, that we change the default passwords, and we upgrade if patches are available for those routers. Then these are some real world attacks we have seen for these wireless router. I mean to say the Wi-Fi that you have added in your home. So these are the real world cases we have seen. Like in the airports, I have already highlighted this. The airport, the person that is the attacker, it adds the same name as the airport Wi-Fi, and then if you connect to it, and then all your transactions and all your traffic will be diverted to him, and he knows everything what you are doing. The second one is Minnesota couple case. In this, uh, actually the password of the Wi-Fi at home was very weak. So the neighbor just typed admin, and he entered into his Wi-Fi. He gathered the IP from which the neighbor was working, and he used that IP to send threatening mails to the government departments. And when the police came, actually the IP was of the neighbor, and that victim was being caught for that attack. So later on, they came to know that this was done by the neighbor. So to uh, to be away from such hackers, we need to keep our passwords of the Wi-Fi very strong at our home, so that nobody can do this to us. Then there are Wi-Fi password cracking. Like this, WEP security is very weak, so brute forcing is very easy, and anyone can see the brute force your password of the Wi-Fi. So keep very strong passwords. Use WPA2 or WPA3 security that you can see in the Wi-Fi's for securing your home. So these are some of the symptoms that we see in the wireless security. There are sudden disconnections. You will see that the strength of the connection is very strong, but your connection is being dropped now and then. So this happens when attacker tries to disconnect and capture the handshake that will happen when you first connect to your Wi-Fi. So if you see that there is sudden disconnections, and but actually the strength of the signal is very strong, then there may be a case that you are infected. Then there are unknown devices that are connected to your Wi-Fi. So you have to look at the router or the Wi-Fi screen. So who all are connected to your Wi-Fi's? There will be unusual data usage. You are not using the data, but actually data is being lost at a very high rate. So it may be happening that the attacker has added some crypto miner to your device, and it is using your device, and it is adding and it is using the device information and taking it to some attackers. So then it is using the data. So that unusual data usage you should monitor. Then rapid battery drain can also happen for these crypto mining cases. Then there can be cases where you have locked the Wi-Fi, you have not opened the Bluetooth, but automatically it is opening. You are closing it, and it again opens. So these can be settings that can be done onto your device, and automatically all these settings will be open. So if it is happening, that means you may be infected. Then there are strange interference that can happen when you are calling. There is some interference every time. So there may be case a person is listening to you, or some interface tapping is being done to your device. So you should be wary of all these symptoms that are in the wireless domain. So what mitigation steps we should take? Use VPN on public Wi-Fi. I have already explained. Disable auto connect. So if there is a setting in your mobile that if you get any open or free Wi-Fi or any known Wi-Fi, the device will automatically connect to that Wi-Fi. So you disable that, so that only when you choose to connect to a Wi-Fi, you will be connected. Turn off the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi when not needed, and use WPA3 encryption. I have already told. Then there is enable network isolation and guest networks. So the network should be segregated. If you are in office, then the guest network should be different and your core network should be different. Monitor connected device that we have seen. Regularly update router and device firmware, because the vendor has already released a patch of a weakness. So attackers know that this is the weakness, and if you are not patching, then you are giving him on the plate, you are giving him the vulnerabilities, and he'll surely attack. So these are some of the mitigation measures we can take. Now we'll move to the mobile security. So why mobile security has in the past, in the recent past, it has gained so much momentum? Because mobile device nowadays have everything: your personal belongings, your corporate data, your financial thing, everything is stored in your mobiles. So it is very important to keep your mobiles safe. The other plus point for attackers is, in the mobile you are always on your there are various gateways to enter to your mobile. There are cellular gateway, wi-fi, through hotspots, through bluetooth. So there are various windows a attacker can enter into your mobile device. Then there are phishing and SMS attacks. Like in SMS we call it smishing. So in SMS you get some phishing link, you click on it, and the payload or the malicious exe is added into your device, or APK is added into your device. So it is very easy to do it on mobile. So that's why mobile is being used a lot by the attackers. Then there are camera and microphone abuse. So attackers use your mobile sensors only uh, to snoop you. Like they'll use your microphones and cameras to get the data from your phone to the servers. Then there are app risks. We will see some cloning apps that are being used in a lot in the market, and we fell prey to it. So we'll see what are the mitigation measures. So this is one of the most famous attack, that is the cloned apps. So in this, what attacker does is it creates a cloning of the very genuine app, like SBI, Paytm, and various Google Pay. All these are very genuine sites, and people have a lot of trust in that. So attackers use that trust and creates a replica of those apps. So how the attack works is, they create this. So see, they cannot directly add it in the Play Store, because Play Store hosts only safe apps. So that's why what they do is, they sideload it. What sideload means, they give the links in the messages, in the mails, in the WhatsApp groups. So you download this, and then he'll get to the customers. And after giving these messages to these WhatsApp, SMS, they'll create a sense of urgency, like your KYC is being expired, so you download it very soon, so that your KYC is up to date. So they create a sense of urgency, and after that urgency is created, then the user downloads it. Once the user downloads it, the payloads or the malicious file gets downloaded to your mobile, and then all the attack frameworks starts, wherein it gathers the information and then sends it to the attacker server. So these and can even get to your finances by using your credentials. So all these fake apps are now lot in the market. So what we should do to be away from these is, you have to watch for the red flags. What are the red flags? Don't share these pins and OTPs to anyone. You download these apps only from Play Store or genuine stores, official stores, and not through a APK download link. If there is a sense of urgency that is being created by someone, that you download it as fast as possible, you should think that there is something fishy, so you don't fall to that. And apps has these also apps have poor spellings, missing reviews, and or suspicious publishers are there. So you need to monitor all these to be away from these types of fake apps. Then there are smishing or WhatsApp frauds, wherein the attacker can even chat with you, and then he'll uh, give you various kind of scenarios, like there is a KYC update. You update the KYC by downloading these apps, or I have given I have taken rupees 5,000 from your father, and so I have to return it to you. He doesn't have Paytm or Google Pay. I'll return to you, and I have mistakenly returned 50,000. So kindly give me 45,000 back. So all these are fake kind of things that are being done at WhatsApp end. So you have to monitor for these red flags. So messages from the unknown senders should not be taken to you. What I have done in my WhatsApp is, I have disabled the notification of unknown users who are calling me on the WhatsApp. So I'll not get the intimation and I'll not pick up the phones of those unknown people. Like there were various unknown numbers from outside our country that were calling to my number. So I have disabled that notification. So now no, I'll not be notified when a unknown user will call me on the WhatsApp. So all these are some of the mitigation measures that we can take. Official looking links will have misspelled domains, request for login credentials, OTP or money transfer outside official apps. These should not be uh, heeded to. So this was one of the attack. The other type of attack that we see is these Pegasus type of attack, where we have seen that in various journalists and politicians, there was a vulnerability in iMessage. iMessage is a kind of WhatsApp for the Apple users. So there was a vulnerability, and the attackers exploited that vulnerability and sent them a GIF image kind of thing. When they clicked on it, then there was a payload that was added into into their device, and that Pegasus software was installed into their device. Once it is installed, it will take full control of your device. It will have control over your microphone, cameras, files. So everything that is on your phone will be gone to the attacker. So all these zero-day attacks are also. So what are these zero-day attacks? Zero-day attacks are those attacks where vendor also doesn't know the mitigation steps. So it is not known how to mitigate those, and there is no mitigation steps available in the market. So they exploit these zero-day attacks and then get into your system. So what are the red flags that we should see when these kind of attacks are being done onto our system? That there will be unusual battery drain, overheating, strained messages will come, devices will behave sluggishly, microphone, camera will be on when you are not uh, keeping them on. So these kind of details will, if we look at, we'll see that we are under attack. So, so now we'll move to the next type of attack that we have seen in the wireless, is where a UPI code is sent, a UPI scanner is being sent, and the victim loses his money. So, what is the actual modus operandi? I'll tell you. So the attacker will tell that I'll take the example of OLX. So you'll sell some of your furniture or something to and add it on OLX. Then attacker will come and say that I'll buy this. So what I'll do is I'll send you the UPI link, UPI scanner. So if you scan that UPI scanner, then you will get the money of, let's say you have demanded 50,000. So what he does is he'll give you the scanner, and when you scan, he'll say that I have received a OTP, you add that, and he'll tell the amount that he wants. Like he'll say 4256. So it feels like it is an OTP, and you will add that 4256 in that, and then when you send, actually you are sending it to the attacker. That 4256 is not the code, it is the amount that you are sending it to the attacker. So this uh, uh, so what are the red flags that we should see? So when UPI code is always for sending money, never for receiving money. So they have created a story that OTP will come and you'll add the OTP and then the money will be transferred to your account, but it is actually the opposite. So we should have awareness about such type of attacks, that I'll send you money, just scan quickly. Unsolicited QR sent on WhatsApp or any other outside official channels, and demand sharing screenshots or confirmation codes after payment. So these are some of the red flags that we should see when such kind of attacks happen. Then there are some task app scams that we have seen lately. It is very latest type of attack, wherein you will see that the attacker will somehow give you a task of uh, liking or sharing or commenting on some of the YouTube videos or some posts. If you do that, let's say you complete 50,000 likes or 50,000 shares, you will get some amount. So this is one of the attack that is being used when people are doing from work from home, or they want some additional income. So these kind of attacks are being done on them. So what it does is, when you do that likes, it credits some amount into your portal. It will not give you that amount, but in the portal that amount will be credited. So when you will want to uh, get that money out into your account, he'll say that you have to pay a nominal fees to get it out. Let's say 500 rupees. Once you pay that 500 rupees, then also that money that is credited in your portal will not come. So he'll say that there is some technical error, and then again he'll demand some more money. So at the end, you will not be getting any money, and the money you have deposited for those for getting your own money will be gone to the attackers. So these kind of task apps scams are also being there in the market. So what red flags we should see is, no money can you cannot earn money by paying money. So this should be a strong red flag for you. To get money, you should not pay money. There will be a pushy admins and representatives who will say that pay fast, otherwise your credited money will be gone. So don't fall to those praise. No verifiable address or company name will be there. If when you verify it online, there will be just a website that is being created by them, also them only. So there will be no reviews of those. So such red flags you should avoid. So what I have done is, after going through all these attacks, I have jot down all these and represented in layers, that what are the layers in which the attacker attacks us. The first is the user layer, where the attacker will give us the phishing links or the links through messages, and when we click on that, then we fell prey to it. So the red flag is, we don't need to click on those unsolicited messages that are not known to us, and don't click on phishing links. The second is app layer, wherein the app will be loaded into your system through sideload channels, like the links will be given through WhatsApp messages and social media. So don't fall prey to these fake apps. Always download apps from genuine stores like Play Store or Apple app stores. Then there are permission layers. Don't give excessive permissions like camera permissions, microphone permissions, location permissions to the apps that don't require it. You should make a habit of at least look at your phone's permission in a week, or at least a month, to see which app is getting which permission. Then there are connectivity layer problems. This happens in airports and public places, wherein when you connect your device to a charging stations, through that charging station, the port is also being infected by the attackers, and then through that, we call it juice jacking. The malicious payload goes into your mobile, and then you get infected. So to avoid it, there are different kinds of things. Either you carry uh, that power bank with you, so that you don't need to charge it from public places, or there are some USBs that are for charging only. They don't uh, transfer the data, so you carry those wires with you. Then there are base layers, like outdated OS and apps. So you always patch your OSs and apps with the latest versions. So this is a complete kill chain. If you break any of the layer, then the attack will not complete and you will be safe. So let's move on to the mitigation measures. I have already explained. We'll read it through this. Install apps only from the official app stores. Keep your device and all apps updated. Always use strong secure lock and biometrics. So I have seen that people in their mobiles directly swipe and then they get into the mobile. So that should not be done. You should have a strong screen lock, and even biometrics is also available, so use that. Be cautious with links and messages. Don't use click on unsolicited messages. Avoid using public charging ports. Regularly remove unused apps. So when you go through your mobile once in a week and once in a month. You should remove other apps. Like I have seen my child sometimes add some gaming apps to my phone. So we should uh, have a time where we monitor our mobile and then remove those apps, because these apps have may have some malicious content and that can infect your device. So you have to monitor that, and permissions to only what's necessary. So you have to give correct permission to correct app. So now we have completed the mobile security. We'll move on to the cloud security. So why cloud security is required? And because let's say we are not thinking about office, we are thinking from the perspective of the user. Why cloud security is required? Because we have seen that we are using these Google Drives and these various kind of cloud storages. So this has actually increased the convenience. Now we can view our photos, data anywhere, any place, and from any device. So it is available everywhere. So we need to protect those. So we have seen that data is synced across all devices. We can have the same Google Drive on our laptops, on our desktops, on our mobiles. So if a single breach from any device, there is a single breach, anyone can take all your Google Drive data with him. There are apps and integrations also, like there are some third party apps that are connected to these Google Drives. Like there is a Note is one of the third party app. So these also have permissions to your Google Drive. So you should monitor those permissions, and if this app, third party app, is vulnerable, then all your data will be gone. So you have to worry about all these as well. In the cloud we are always available, always a target, because in the cloud we are not offline anytime. So that's why the attackers can easily target you, brute force you. So that's why we need to make sure cloud data is secure. So collaboration and shared responsibility, like we have seen that we share our Google Drives with other friends and people. So if a single person is compromised, then the whole shared drive is compromised. So that's why we have to be monitoring it and using it safely. So that's why cloud security matters. Now, what are the protection measures we can seek for cloud security? The first and the foremost is the multi-factor authentication. Like if by any brute forcing or any type of attack, attacker knows that what is your password, there is one another factor, that is your maybe your thumbprint or some Google authenticator. Some other factor should always be there, so that the attacker cannot log in by just entering the password. The other factor is there with you. Then you have to review those third party app permissions, because those apps have permissions to your Google Drive, so you need to monitor that. Then you have to have the unique passwords and password manager, so that the password is strong enough and any attacker cannot guess it using brute force methods or dictionary attacks. Then there are activate accounts, active alerts. So there are some features that are available in various cloud accounts, wherein you will get the notification that who all users are active with your Google Drive. So you enable it, so that you have the knowledge of who all are entering into your Google Drives. And there is one case of ex-employees or old collaborators. Like in offices we have some officers that are that have the membership of that Google that drive, and when they leave or they retire, they have the permission still with them. So we need to remove that in case we want to be safe from those cloud measures. So now we have done the cloud security. Now we'll move on to social engineering attacks. So here, what the actually the attacker is playing with the psychology. He is not actually attacking the firewalls and those technical stuffs. He is attacking the human mindset. So he'll be taking on to various kinds of emotional things like fear, urgency, greed, and with attacking those emotional things, he'll be attacking us and going through the going into our systems. So what we have seen in cybersecurity is that humans are actually the weakest link, uh, and machines, because we are having the rules, machines behave as per the rules. but humans have emotions, and then they work according to the emotions, and then there can be loss with such emotions if we are not monitoring the red flags. So staying alert to manipulate protects you more than any technologically alone will ever. So we'll go through the attack modus operandi. What attackers does is building trust. They'll pose as if they are some of the genuine guys like SBI managers or some authority like your CEO, your manager. So they'll pose like that. Then they'll create some urgency like your KYC will get your bank account will freeze, so you update your KYC. All these kinds of urgency will be created, and then they will exploit the uh, emotions like these fear, greed, and emergency is there. So you kindly download those malicious apps and get infected. So all these are social engineering attacks. Now we'll move on to one such attack. This is one of the example. Like a fake KYC calls warns you that update now or your account will freeze. When you go to that message, you click on that link. That KYC app is added into your system. That KYC app is actually not the KYC app. It is the remote access or access Trojan. That is a rat that is being installed into your system. Once that rat is installed into your system, it creates a backdoor, and then there is a complete link between your device and the attacker. Then he can control everything from that. He can see everything on your device like messages, OTPs, even transactions that you have made, and then he can even siphon out the money that you are using it in your account by using your credentials. So this is the attack kill chain that happens when such kind of attacks happen. So what we should do is we should vary the red flags. So first, at the first step, we should not click on such unsolicited messages that are not known from the genuine person. And if they pose like a genuine person, then you have some secondary contact that you contact that person. Like if it is your boss, then you call him himself, so that you check that is it genuine or not. Then don't add any fake bank cloning apps, because apps should be downloaded only from the genuine app stores like Play Store and app stores. So if you do all these, then you will be safe from such kind of attacks. Then there is a recent attack that is using this social engineering plus the technical side. The earlier attack was only the social engineering attack, but this deep fake voice attack is one of the attack that is using social engineering plus the technical side. So here what the attacker does is he captures the voice of some genuine person that is known to you, like maybe your CEO. He'll capture the interviews that are online given by your CEO. He'll capture that and use that voice and add it into his AI, and then add his lines in the voice of your CEO, and then he'll call you, and then he'll say that he needs some money for a project. You kindly give that money to him from the project account. You will trust him because he is your CEO. So you know your CEO's voice, you will trust, and then you will give that money to him. And once you give that money, and later you will come to know that the CEO never made you a call. So such kind of attacks is considered under deepfake attacks, deepfake voice attacks. So what you should vary in those attacks is always verify before doing anything. Verify whether CEO has actually called you or not, because he'll not be calling from the CEO's number. So you call directly to the CEO that whether he has actually needed that money or not. Then don't fall to the sense of urgency. He'll create urgency that the project is going to be live now, so you do it quickly. So don't fall to such urgencies. You take your time and then do it. And there will be some inconsistencies in tone, languages, and or backstory. So you have to monitor that to actually see that if it is a deepfake kind of attack or not. So what are the defenses? Verify before sharing the data. Don't respond to unknown calls or emails. Always have a verification method where you will call. Stay informed about these scams. Actually, the major uh, thing you should note is you should study, you should read newspapers, because these kind of attacks are known and comes in newspaper every day in and day out. So if you are knowledgeable about such attacks, you will not fall prey to those attacks. And you should always look for these red flags like urgency, emotional pressure, break normal procedures, and a lot of stuffs. So these are the mitigation measures. Now we'll go to the device checklist, that what are the symptoms that we can see if our device is infected or not. So there can be a symptom of your system getting slow. So it is not always that your system hardware is old, that's why your system is slow. Maybe sometimes some malware is there. He has added some cryptocurrency miner that mines for those cryptocurrencies and use your device's power to mine that. So he'll be using that. So if your system is constantly very slow and your hardware is not at all old, then you should worry about such signs. There will can be unexpected pop-ups and ads. Even when you are not opening the browser, there are ads. So there may be a case you have a adware. So these what adware does is, the first motive is they'll it is from some genuine company and they'll take you to their website so that you can purchase those items. The second one can be it can take you to some malicious sites where you'll fall prey to those phishing links, and then that malicious exe will come to your device and your device will get infected. So all such kind of things can happen. Then you should always have monitoring of the network activity, like is there any network activity that is done at a time when you are not using your system. So you should worry about that. Is there any data usage that is being used and you are not using the data, and all the it may be a case where the data is being sent from your device to the internet. So all these unusual network activities should be monitored. Then there can be crashes and blue screens. If it is once in a while, then it is okay, but if it is happening now and then, there may be case that the malware has corrupted some of the core system files, and that is bringing these blue screen errors. Then there can be case of unknown programs or files that you see in your device. The software is being added, you have deleted it and it again reappears. So in such cases, maybe there is some startup scripts that is doing that. So you delete those and scan your system. Then there are some disabled security tools, like you have seen that your antivirus is getting disabled, or your firewalls, internal system firewalls is getting disabled automatically, and you have not done that. So there may be a case attacker is doing that. So you need to worry about those signs. So I have highlighted all the do's that are to be done in a single slide. Like account protection, you have to change passwords regularly. You should have multi factor authentication, and phishing phishing awareness should be there. You should have sessions for your organizations and at your home as well, that don't click on those unsolicited mails and messages. Then there should be system and data protections. Backup regularly is one of the major factor, and it helps a lot when there is a ransomware attack. If backup is there, you can again restore your devices. Updates and patches should be there so that your antivirus, your EDR and XDRs have the latest definition of the malwares. Then social media safety is basically more about having the awareness of the cases that are currently in the market. You should have limited sharing. You should have the privacy settings. You should not share everything or every photo, every video of yours to the websites, and then let the attackers know about your positions. In the mobile security, use official apps only and from the official app stores only. App permissions should be monitored and removed if not needed, and you should remove the apps that are actually not required. In the home and router work safety, secure your Wi-Fi by using WPA2 or WPA3 security. Your password should be very strong. In case you are in public, use VPNs. and so that the file sharing will be encrypted. So see, these are some of the major do's that we should do under different categories. So now we have completed everything related to the cyber security that we should do. Now I'll move to the section where I'll tell you what government is doing for protecting your cyber security, for to make you feel safe and cyber safe. So let me introduce myself again. I am Kunal Sharma, and actually I am working in CERT-In under Cyber Swachhta Kendra project, that is a botnet cleaning and malware analysis center. So I'll keep it brief. So introduction, I've already covered that what actually the world we are living in, and it is almost connected, and there are a lot of attackers that are using those connected thing and attacking us. So in CSK, what we see is that in every 10 seconds a new malware variant is being created by the attackers. So the because digitization has increased, these malwares have also increased. So what they have done is there are impacts on the data security. We see that the data breaches are happening again and again in various organizations. We hear the news. There is erosion of trust in ICT and digital India. We have seen that many people now prefer going to the banks rather than doing online transactions. So there is an erosion of trust, and there is a threat to citizens and organizations' IT security. We have seen complete organizations are wiped off because there is a ransomware attack and all their codes are gone. So all these are happening in the current landscape. So what government wants is a complete one-stop solution wherein which can raise awareness about these type of cyber threats, attacks. It can provide you free malware removal tool, so that if there is a malware, then you have a malware removal tool that is free of cost. You can download it from Play Store and then sanitize your systems, your laptops, your desktops, your mobiles. Then enable citizens to take preventive actions to create such cyber security awareness materials and trainings for the citizens as well as for the organizations, so that they know what to do in case there is a cyber attack, and to inform organizations, the critical organizations, related to the malwares and the vulnerabilities that are in their cyberspace. So that's why Cyber Swachhta Kendra was created. So let me go to the genesis why actually Cyber Swachhta Kendra came into the picture. So I'll talk about something about bots. So do you know what is bot? A bot basically comes from the word robot. Robot, what it does is you give him instructions and it follows. So the same is the thing with bots. So bots does the things that is given the instructions by the instructor. So bots can be genuine as well as non-genuine, or bad and good. So what are good bots? Like there can be chat bots of the banking apps. So you ask them that what is this give me information about KYC. He'll give you the information. So these are some good bots that provides you information. But what we are dealing is the malicious bots. These are the bots that do malicious things and attacks the organizations and the citizens. And what is the botnet? Botnet is when all these bots group together. These are called botnets. These botnets are connected to a command and control center. These command and control centers are actually controlled by a bot herder that instructs these botnets to do the work. So these are basically the zombies. Uh, so that are using the power of these botnets and then getting their objectives done. So these are the botnets. So for removing all these botnets or cleaning all these botnets, Cyber Swachhta Kendra was created. So I'll go very brief. I'll show you how botnets are created. These are the user device. These are our devices that are being used. When we by mistakenly we click on some phishing links or emails or drive-by download, we download the malware. Our machine gets infected. All the infected machines are our machines are infected, and there is a case that we even don't know that our machines are infected and we have become bots. So I have shown in the earlier slides that your battery is draining or your data is being used by some other people. So all these happen when our devices are infected. So what they do is they create entry in the DNS. They'll create a page wherein they'll in the malware they'll tell that you connect to this particular IP. You connect to this particular domain. So let's say he'll say that when a user is on the internet, connect to abc.com. That abc.com will go to the DNS entry and will resolve to that IP x.x.x, and then you will be connected to the CNC server, and then CNC server will instruct you what to do and what not to do. You will not know that your system will be using in such attacks. So that's how botnets are created. So so how can CSK break this channel? What we can do to break this botnets channel? So what we can do is either we disinfect our systems, that is our systems are infected, so if we disinfect that, then that channel is broken, or we break this channel between the infected device and CNC server. So CSK is working on both these fronts. So we are giving free botnet removal tool on our website for the citizens to disinfect your devices. Secondly, we are doing sinkhole so that this channel between the infected device and CNC server is broken. I'll show you how we do it. There is a process called sinkholing, wherein before sinkholing, what we do is there are infected systems. Then the infected systems, for going to a domain, they'll ask the DNS that where abc.com belongs to. DNS will tell that x.x.x is the location of abc.com. So you will connect to that attacker server. But after we have done sinkholing, we'll collaborate with the ISPs and the NICSs and the registries, and we'll change this entry from x.x.x to y.y.y. This IP y.y.y is our server, so that we have so that all the connections that will ask for abc.com will come to us. So what benefit does this have? The first benefit is the connection is broken between your device and the attacker server. So now your device will not receive instructions from the attacker. The second thing is we'll get all the connections, so that we'll come to know what all devices are infected in the Indian cyberspace, and then we'll message them that you disinfect your system with a free botnet removal tool that is provided by Cyber Swachhta Kendra. So as a matter of fact, this is the acknowledgement that was given by Microsoft, that CERT-In has participated in this kind of sinkholing, and it has brought down various botnets in the world. So this is one of the accolades we got from Microsoft. So CSK started in 2016 with the website cybersecurity.gov.in. In 2017, we had a launch with the then Minister of Electronics and IT. In 2020, we launched shorter version of the domain csk.gov.in, and we had MOUs with Indian antivirus companies, so that the study we have of the malwares, we provide that study to these antivirus companies. They add the malware signatures into their free botnet removal tool, and they provide that free botnet removal tool from the CSK portal, so that you can download it for free and disinfect your system. So now the site is available in Hindi as well, csk.sarkar.bharat. So these are the collaborators: Ministry of Electronics and IT, DOT, academia, antivirus companies. Antivirus companies are basically Quick Heal, eScan, and K7. We have also onboarded 14 CI sectors like academia, energy, finance, so that we can directly notify these organizations about the vulnerabilities and the malware infections that are prevailing in their cyberspace. We are also coordinating with the ISPs, so that when we know that this particular IP is having this vulnerability, the ISP then can see that this particular IP belongs to, let's say, user A, and then user A will receive the message from ISP that your device is infected, and you disinfect it using the tool. So this is our approach and model. We have the feeds, we do some processing, and then we provide daily threat feeds, we provide awareness materials, and we provide the free tools that are available. So these are the common threat reports that we report in our notifications to the organizations: botnet and malware infections, phishing emails. So we provide the URLs of those phishing emails so that the organization don't click on them. defacement URLs, like if the website is being defaced, or a attacker has taken control of the website of the organizations and changed the banner and written something unsolicited, we tell the organizations, as well as we remove those defacement pages from the URL, from the internet. Then there are scanners. If attackers are scanning your network and probing that what all ports are open, so we tell the organization that these are the scanners, be wary of them. Brute forcing attacks also, if there is an attacker that is using brute force attack to guess your passwords, we also notify the organizations about that. There are some vulnerabilities we tell, like RDP. RDP is remote desktop protocol. Basically, it was used by administrators earlier to now also administrators are using to get into the systems of the these are used by the IT teams to get into the system of the employee and do what the employee wants, or do some compliances. But actually these RDP ports should be open between the admin and the user, and not to the whole internet. But what we have seen is these RDP ports are from the organizations. All these ports are open for everyone, so attacker can easily enter through those ports and enter into the network of the organizations. So what we suggest to the organizations is you have some access control list, so that only those IPs should be able to log into those ports, RDP ports. Then there is telnet. Telnet is basically used by administrator to get command access. But the problem with telnet is it keeps everything in plain text, so anyone can view and observe what you are doing. So the latest version of telnet is SSH. So we tell the organization to use SSH. Then there are SMB file shares. Like this is one of the weakness that was used by ransomware, WannaCry ransomware. So we should configure SMB version V2 and V3, so that the vulnerables are not being exploited by the attackers. Then there is SSL Poodle. These are kind of certificate settings, wherein the older versions, SSL version 3 is keeping the text in plain text. So any attacker can see what the network traffic is. So we suggest the organizations to use TLS version 1.2 and 1.3, which is encrypted, and so anyone cannot see what is happening in the network. Then there are common vulnerabilities and exposures. These are the vulnerabilities published by the vendor. So once we receive the patches, like in the desktops we receive Microsoft patches, so we should patch our systems so that our systems is safe. So all these information is provided by CSK to the organizations. So what in the proactive notifications, we provide the malware infections, vulnerable services, exposed services, scanning services, list of command and control server IPs, and list of malicious links that are there. So mitigation tools we also provide for Windows and Android. So any user, citizen, or organization can download it for free from csk.gov.in and install those and disinfect the system. We also do awareness of the latest alerts and the malware, and we also provide assistance to the organizations how to mitigate those vulnerabilities and malware infections. So this is our website, csk.gov.in. So this is the kind of notification you will get from the ISP if your system is getting infected. So once you receive that message, you can go to csk.gov.in, and under security tools, you will see all the free botnet removal tools that are available. You can download it from Play Store and disinfect your systems. So as of now, as an overview, CSK has onboarded almost 1400 organizations that are divided into 14 subsectors, critical infrastructure sectors. So these are academia, communication, energy, finance, government, healthcare. All major sectors are covered. Till now, we have found out almost 409 malware families in 2025. And this there are almost 77 lakhs free botnet removal downloads till 30 September 2025. And this is the website, csk.gov.in and csk.sarkar.bharat. So I'll ask you, if you want that your organizations need to onboard to our CSK, they'll get free notifications from CSK about the vulnerabilities and the malware infections that are prevailing in your cyberspace. To onboard to CSK, what we want is just organization name, head office location, name and contact details of the CISOs, so that we can escalate if the vulnerability still persists. Then details of the dedicated point of contact email IDs, so that we can mail the daily notifications, and the all the public IP addresses of your organizations. So these will monitor, and then will report if there is some vulnerabilities or malware infections. So you can share to us at csk@cert-in.org.in, so that then we'll send you a mail regarding how to get onboarded to CSK. And this is our contact number. So that is all from my side. So now I'm open to all the queries and questions. If you want,
Thank you, sir. Thank
I
you,
can
Kunal,
answer.
sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful session. This is Naresh from CDAC side.
Okay.
And it was very good information that what you have shared on today. And we are getting very good. I can see very good feedback is coming from our chat box. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful session. Dear
Okay.
participants, if you have any queries, please type in the chat box, or you can also always send to isea@cdac.in for your queries, and we can connect, and we can, yeah, very good applause. So thank you. Thank you. Very good session. Thank you. Useful information. Please share the PPT. We will see, sir. We will seek from Kunal sir, and if he shares, and we definitely we will excellent session. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I think
Thank you.
they are overwhelmed with the information what we have shared today in this wonderful session. I really thank you for taking your time and connecting and just enlightening our participants. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Okay. You too.
Dear participants, we are closing the session now. Thank you.